In the 5,000-year history of China, filled with mighty emperors, brilliant dynasties, and legendary warriors, only one woman ever broke through the walls of power. Not as a queen, not as a consort, but as the emperor herself. Her name was Wu Zetian, a woman of unmatched intelligence, ambition, strategy, feared by her rivals, admired by her nation, and remembered as the most powerful woman in Chinese history. This is the incredible story of the empress who ruled the Tang Dynasty and reshaped the fate of a nation. Chapter 1. Early life, born in a man's world. Wu Zhao, later known as Wu Zetian, was born in 624 AD. She belonged to a wealthy family, well-educated, confident, and bold. While most girls of her time were denied education, Wu learned reading, writing poetry, politics, philosophy. Her father once said, "This daughter of mine has the ambition of a tiger." At age 14, Wu was sent to the palace of Emperor Taizong as a concubine, not for love, but for service. She was expected to be silent, obedient, invisible. But Wu was none of that. She watched, she learned, she studied the politics of the dynasty from the shadows, preparing herself for a destiny far greater than anyone imagined. Chapter 2. Rise to Power, From Shadows to Sun. When Emperor Taizong died, palace rules demanded that young concubines be sent to a Buddhist convent. Wu should have disappeared forever. But she didn't, because destiny called again. The new emperor, Gaozong, had known Wu since she was young. He admired her intelligence, her beauty, her political mind. He brought her back to the palace, a move that shocked the entire court. Wu rose quickly, from concubine to favored lady to imperial consort, and soon the most powerful woman by the emperor's side. But her rise came with enemies, ministers, nobles, and even the emperor's own wife saw Wu as a threat. Accusations, rumors, and political attacks began. Yet Wu was a strategist, calm, patient, calculating. Every challenge only made her stronger. Chapter 3. The Fall of the Empress Wang. The biggest rival in Wu's path was Empress Wang, the official wife of Emperor Gaozong. According to tradition, she should have held the highest female power in the empire. But Wu's popularity was rising too fast. The emperor trusted her, ministers feared her, and the people began to admire her intelligence. A legendary event changed everything. Historical records differ. Some say it was politics. Some say it was scandal. But one thing is clear. Wu Zetian removed Empress Wang from power through strategy, evidence, influence, and public support. Wu was crowned the new empress consort. From this moment, she was no longer just a woman of the palace. She became the center of the empire's political future. Chapter 4. The Real Ruler of China. Although Emperor Gaozong sat on the throne, Wu Zetian made the empire function. Why? Because the emperor suffered from serious health problems. Headaches, paralysis, and strokes. He could no longer handle government affairs. Wu stepped forward. She attended meetings, issued orders, selected ministers, controlled the court's decisions, and even created new reforms. People began calling her the Two Holy Ones, meaning both she and the emperor ruled together. She was unofficially China's ruler. But soon, she would take the throne officially. Chapter 5. The emperor dies. The dragon throne is empty. In 683 AD, Emperor Gaozong died. The empire fell into chaos. Ministers thought Wu would step back. They thought a woman couldn't rule, but they underestimated her. Wu placed her own son on the throne, at least in name, while she held real imperial power as Empress Dowager. Anyone who tried to oppose her was removed. Corrupt ministers, plotters, traitors, all were punished. She was rebuilding China and preparing for the greatest leap a woman had ever taken. Chapter 6. The first and only female emperor in 690 AD, Wu Zetian did the impossible. She declared a new dynasty, the Zhou Dynasty, and crowned herself Huangdi, the Emperor of China. Not empress, not queen, not regent. But the sole ruler, the dragon throne, belonged to a woman. This was the first and only time in Chinese history. The world was stunned. The court was shocked. Her enemies trembled. But millions accepted her as the rightful ruler. Chapter 7. Golden Age of Wu Zetian. Despite her harsh rise, Wu's rule brought extraordinary progress. Education reforms. She opened exams for scholars from lower classes, breaking the power of aristocrats. Strong military. She defended borders against Tibet and nomadic tribes. Agricultural growth, irrigation systems, tax reforms, and food supply improved. Support for Buddhism. She built temples, sponsored monks, and created art. Women empowerment. She encouraged the rise of talented women in literature and politics. Under her, China entered one of its most stable and prosperous eras. Even her enemies admitted her brilliance. Chapter 8. Fall of the Emperor. But power comes with age. By 705 AD, Wu Zetian was old and sick. Her health collapsed. Ministers began plotting. Her own sons wanted the throne back. She was forced to abdicate, step down from power. She died peacefully soon after. But her name would echo through history. Conclusion. Legacy of Empress Wu. Wu Zetian was more than a ruler. She was a force of nature. A girl born in a male-dominated world, who became the most powerful woman in Chinese history. Her legacy includes education reforms, social change, strong governance, cultural expansion. A golden age of prosperity. Even today, historians debate her methods. But no one denies her achievements. She was brilliant, she was strategic, she was unstoppable, and she remains the one and only female emperor of China.